Hey, hi, hello, and all that good stuff. My name is Allie, I am the Chaotic Reader, and this is where I talk about book things. So I finally have a quick moment to sit down and film. This is going to be a little casual, didn't really do my makeup, just threw on a hat to cover up my hair. You know, it's all good. We're here, and we're going to talk about Believathon. Believe it. Ha! See what I did there? Naruto reference? Anybody get that? No? Okay. So I'm going to be giving you my Believathon 2 Journey to the Stronghold TBR. This is a readathon hosted by Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin. The first one was last year, and this is going to be the second one. I am super excited. I am trying really hard to get into more middle grade. Okay, it's actually not that hard. Once I started reading middle grade, I realized that I really do still enjoy middle grade as an adult. But there's so many middle grade books I want to read, and this is a good opportunity to get some of the ones I do own off of my TBR. I did get the little booklet that you can order on Amazon. I think it's just really cool to have. It has the map in here in full color. It's got all of the prompts and then a whole huge section of recommendations. I really like the recommendations in here, because I can look back at those later even if I'm not picking books for this readathon. If I just am looking for a middle grade to read, I can look at all of these great recommendations by different people and pick something out. So this is something that'll just be fun to have on hand even after the readathon is over. This readathon takes place from the 11th to the 24th, and I have 5 books I will be reading during that time frame. Let's just talk about them. The location that I start at will be the Poacher's Pocket Inn. And here I have to read the first in a series. This one I actually had you guys vote on from my May TBR. You had to choose between 4 different books, and I should have known which one you guys picked, but everyone voted for Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I should have known. I know how popular this book is, and when I put it in there with the other ones, I really just should have known this was the one that got picked. But I am very excited to read this one. I've only heard good things about it. It sounds interesting. It sounds like something I will enjoy, and I've been meaning to get to it. This one is about a girl whose name is Morgan Crow. She is a cursed child, so when she turns, I think it is 11, she is destined to die. But then someone comes and whisks her away, and she's taken off to this kind of magical town place thing, something, a place. And there, she has to earn her place to stay and finds out that she doesn't have to die after all. That's really all I know, and some of that might have actually been wrong, but that's the synopsis that I have of this book, basically, and I'm excited to give it a read. The next location I need to visit is Baba Yaga's house, and here I will read a book featuring a family relationship. So I took a recommendation that Rachel Marie gave me a while ago, and that is going to be to read The Land of Yesterday by K.A. Reynolds. This is one of her all-time favorite middle grade reads, if not all-time favorite books in general, and she really hypes this one up and recommended it to me a while ago. I picked it up and I haven't gotten to reading it yet, so I figured now would be a good time. This book, I know, focuses really heavily on family relationships, as well as the topic of grief. This book is about a girl named Cecilia, and her little brother has died. Her mother is so grief-stricken that rather than continue to go on, she travels to the land of yesterday to be with this little boy. Cecilia doesn't know what to do and wants to put her family back together, so she decides to brave traveling to the land of yesterday herself. I don't know particularly what this book is going to be like. That's about all I know, and I don't know if it's more contemporary or fantasy. I'm not really sure. But I like the idea of it. I think it's going to have an interesting atmosphere, and I've heard that it really does deal with the topic of grief very well, so I'm very excited to give this one a read. The next location I will be traveling to is the 100 Acre Wood, where I need to read a book that has yellow on the cover. I grabbed Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi for this, and there is some yellow on here in some different spots. This one works for the Asian Readathon as well, which is going on this month, and that is why I picked up this one. I've never read anything by Tahereh Mafi before. I haven't read her Shatter Me series or anything like that, so this will be my first read by her. This, I know, involves color magic and a girl who is devoid of color. I don't really know, to be honest, and I didn't really want to learn too much about it before diving into it. Just the idea of color magic sounds really cool, and I liked the way people have talked about this book and the style of writing, so I'm excited to give this one a shot as well. Before I began this journey, a man at the inn gave me a magic lamp that can grant a wish for me. I am using this to transport to a different location that I would normally be able to get to from the 100 Acre Wood. So I will be moving on to the Black Ice Bridge, where I need to read a book featuring adventure. For this, I am reading Wings of Fire, The Dragonette Prophecy by somebody. I'll put the picture of the cover here. It is an audiobook because I need to read an audiobook this month because my game of TBR says so. I have never actually finished an audiobook in my life, so I'm pretty nervous about this one, but I wanted to use an audiobook for Believathon because I figured a middle grade audiobook might be easier for me to kind of focus on and understand rather than diving into like an adult audiobook. So I'm hoping this is fun. I'm hoping I enjoy it. I'm hoping that this is the catalyst that gets me into audiobooks so I can enjoy them, because I would love to be able to also be reading while I am cleaning or while I am cooking or driving or those sorts of things. So I'm really hoping that I have a good time with this audiobook. Finally, I finish off at the Bookkeeper's Stronghold, where I need a book that is the next in a series. I actually only have really one middle grade that is the next in a series on my shelf, and that is A Sprinkle of Sorcery by Michelle Harrison. I did start to read this, it was either last month or the month before, for the middle grade monthly book club, but I didn't get all the way through it and I had been kind of rushing to try to get it done, so I don't think I retained much from it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start this over and read this during Believathon because I really want to be able to sit down and enjoy it. This is the sequel to A Pinch of Magic, which is about 3 sisters who are cursed and then go on an adventure to break this curse. This is the sequel, so I can't really say a whole lot about it because it takes place directly after those events. But I'm really excited to dive into this because the world is so interesting, the atmosphere is so good, and it's very well written. And that is all the books on my Believathon TBR. I am really excited to get started on them, kind of impatient to get started on them actually. It's really hard to not just pick them up right now, but I need to wait till the 11th. So that they count for my journey. I will update you guys about these books as I read them. I might vlog. I don't know. I haven't really done any vlogging before, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment on what you're reading for Believathon. If you're participating, I would love to know. And I will see you guys next time.